guys, it's Tam. I hope you're doing well and staying safe and having a wonderful, 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 spectacular day, night, wherever you are. Before we start, please consider clicking subscribe, and leaving me a like and a comment. I truly, truly appreciate it. As you can see by the title and on the community post, majority voted for rare triggers now. The more I thought about it, the more I realized what is rare triggers to me might not be what is rare triggers to you guys, because rare to me is like vintage rare. So I have over 10 vintage rare items that I am going to be using as my triggers today. They are items that are well over 20 or 30 years old, that are vintage, or that I had as a collection when I was younger, that I'm going to be showing you today. So with that, I hope you can sit back, and enjoy these wonderful, wonderful triggers. The first one is on my thumbnail. It is not from 20 years ago, but it is rare because it is signed by Millie Bobby Brown. Can you imagine if that's not her signature? I would be mortified because we paid a decent amount for this little print. A Stranger Things. Millie Bobby Brown signed print. To me, that is rare. I hope you think it's rare too. One summer can change everything. I love it, and I cannot wait for the next season to come out next year. I don't want to tap too much on this because we maintain this in a board with a sleeve on it to protect it. I really do need to get this put into a frame so that we can put it up somewhere in one of the rooms. But a freshly signed print. The next one is certainly rare and vintage. This one is over 100 years old, and I have maintained it in a little sleeve. I bought this off eBay recently. It is a number 1349 2nd Avenue from 2nd Avenue from Union Street, Seattle postcard. And it is postmarked 1910. Mrs. C.R. Franklin. And it's to Miss C.R. Franklin, and the script says, "Dear sister, I am married and living in Seattle." That is funny. It sounds funny. April 22nd, 1910. And what's neat about this is it has a beautiful, if I can zoom in there, a beautiful 1-cent Benjamin Franklin stamp that is worth something. It may not be worth a lot, but it is worth something. So I have it in my sleeve, and I will be selling it on eBay in the near future. But I thought that's really pretty, and this neat little postcard here. I'll zoom in. Cute little people on the street. This is Union Street, Seattle. It would be neat to find out if anybody on here is from Seattle. That'd be very neat. I've never visited Seattle. When I think of Seattle, maybe this is not true, but I think of rain. Cozy rain, and I like that. I think that's a cozy type of environment. So I should have done some research on this third item. I cannot remember when I got this, but I know it was a very long time ago. I remember when I was younger being in a shop that had can see. I don't know if you can see the crystal. What on earth am I trying to do? Do you see that? Yes. Do you see that? Let me hold it like, I don't know if you can even see it. I'm trying to get it to shimmer. A little crystallized formation in that. And does anybody know what this is called? What is this called? It's not just a rock. I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, this is from so long ago and it's just absolutely beautiful. I wish the video could pick up how beautiful this is in person. It is so amazing to me that this is natural, that this is a natural formation. There we go, just a little bit. Can you see the little bit of twinkling? So beautiful, so pretty, so pretty. So that is my next rare trigger. The next one is vintage. It's over 20 years old. It doesn't look like it. It is a Mickey Mouse watch. Mickey Mouse watch. Can you see that clearly? This is quite old. Let me put on my readers to see if there's a copyright on the back, because there is. Obviously Disney exclusively for Disney. And where is the copyright? Does it say anything on there? I'm looking, guys, I'm looking. No, I don't think so. I may have to take a picture of the back of this and zoom in, because the information's so tiny. Can you see it? Can you zoom in and see that? Is it too fuzzy? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it or not. So this is well over 20 years old, given to me as a gift. As a gift, you know, vintage is 20 years old. Antique is 100, and rare is just in limited edition, limited quantities, or something obviously that is very, very rarely seen. So your take or your interpretation of rare is different for different things. For me, it is things that are limited or older and in low supply. Very nice little leather strap on it. Very nice. The battery does not work on this, but I don't think it can even go around it really can't go around my wrist, because this was a long time ago. My wrist was slightly smaller, but anyways, very cute. A nice little keepsake. The next one brings back very good memories of when I was about 12, which was, yikes, 42 years ago. Oh my gosh. This is vintage, and this is very rare because my grandfather carved this. He carved this for me, and he fixed this little clip. Just a simple little design that he carved. How adorable. It looks sort of like it could be a flower, but I think it's just a random little design. I love the hardiness of this wood that he chose. I don't know what type of wood this is, and it's just very rustic. It was bigger. It broke off. A little bit of it broke off, and I don't know where the other part is, but it brings back such good memories. I'll keep it. I do not wear it. I just store it in my little jewelry box. But I love handmade items such as this. To me, that is just so beautiful and wonderful. Love it. these are just little symbols. It doesn't mean it has power or anything, but it just brings back good memories. Good memories. Good memories of situations that turned out great. So, this cute little butterfly. I love this scratchy little material. I don't want to scratch it too hard because it is coming apart a little tiny bit and it's so old, but just love it. Another brooch that I have was given to me by my grandma. And this is definitely old. This is well over 60 years for sure, 100% for sure, if not even more. I wish it had a little date inside. I'm always looking for dates inside of things like this, but no, just very, very old. And I'm sure if you looked up like starburst brooch with gems, maybe we would come across something that looks like this. Is very rare. Very rare. My grandmother gave this to me when I was probably about between 8 and 10 years old, in a huge bag of costume jewelry, which is the smartest idea for kids. Like a huge bag, and we would play for hours with this, hours. And as we got older, she said to pick a few items from this bag that you want to take back with you. So this is one of them that reminds me of her. Just absolutely love it. Very pretty. Very pretty. This next one was given to me by my second mother. And it is a rare set of, is it ceramics? What is this considered? China? I don't even know. That's terrible. She gave me a whole set of this. I almost just dropped it. Yikes. But this is just such a beautiful little pattern. This blue and white pattern. I love it. I have teapots, a couple of bigger saucer plates like this, smaller little plates to old teacups, and then they're about this big, they're like the same pattern, creamer cup. I just love it, so pretty. I just love that tippity tap, that glassy tappy. This next one does not look rare. It looks modern, but it is rare. This one is from a very long time ago. I've kept it in pretty good shape, but it is my pin cushion. My pin cushion from a long time ago, and it is completely interwoven with threads that I'm going to be removing right now. Little threads that are going to come out off this. Hopefully, pull this off. See if I can get this stuff off. Little pin cushions. Some of this is interwoven pretty decent. Most of it is just around these little pins, these little pin heads. So I'm going to just try to take that off without making a mess, a complete mess. Some of it is dog hair, because you know, you can't have a long-haired dog without dog hair floating around. I think that's about it, actually. The sweet little pin cushion, I love it. Precious, so precious. I love the sound of this. ones here. Let me put them back over here with the pink one. Cute. I have two more triggers. Okay, this next one's sort of a funny one, but again, it is old. It is my Breyer black and white horse. I cannot part with this. I had put up a number of my horses from when I was younger on eBay. I don't regret it because they were chipped, like they had chipped ears, and people still want to pay me money for them. So, but I kept out a couple. I kept out this mom and her baby that looks similar. He's like kicking up a foot, but this is another vintage rare item. The sturdiness, the heaviness of the ones that were made a long time ago is completely different from the ones that they make nowadays. Completely different. They still have the stamp. I don't know if you can see this. Can you zoom in? Can you zoom into that? I don't know if you can see that. There's a circle that says Breyer on it. And if you ever come across these, pick them up because they are worth money for sure. I realize it's not all about money, but I'm just saying that if you don't really care about this sort of stuff, you can make a good buck on them. So, anyways, very, very cute little. Does it look big? Let me see if I can get it to look. Wow, look at this horse next to me. It looks pretty big. I said I had two more. I have three more. Okay, I'll save the best for last, which is a book, a vintage rare book. I have a very rare, because no one has this. No one but me has this until you duplicate it. I had my Etsy sticker business that a few of you bought from me. Ashley, Carissa, Annette, Mystery Granny Eats. I think those were my 3 sales. I really didn't sell many at all. I shipped off a lot of my product to my girlfriend in a different state to sell at her boutique, and I think she sold 1. Anyways, I made this after my signature introduction. Cute. Have a wonderful, spectacular day, night, wherever you are. I had those made, and they are bumper stickers. They're bumper stickers. Although, some stickers are just for the driver to enjoy on their car, and this would be one of them because you can't, from far away, you wouldn't even be able to tell what this says, but this is definitely rare because no one bought these. Wonderful spectacular. Right, and what is the last one? The last one is also for my grandpa. This is another rare vintage item. It's a How and Why book. Oh, it's so old. It's so old. And let me see what the copyright is of this book. Let's see. This book, when was it? Copyright. Okay, that's not that old. 1947. And it's still in pretty good condition. I mean, the top is a little bit used looking here, just a little bit, but overall, very nice. And if you don't know these books, the How and Why books, they're almost like encyclopedias. is almost like, did I say that? Did I say they're almost like encyclopedias or not? As I flip through this, really not. They have a content in the front contents. They have a section in this book called Heroes: Abraham Lincoln, Lincoln and the Woodchopper, Horace Mann, my favorite hero, General Lee's letter to his son Grant and his servant Woodrow Wilson, Henry Ford. They have character building stories. The Truthful, the rabbit who is going to tell, Bruce and the Spider, the Blue Boy Star, the Hard Lesson, the Lion and the Mouse, the Coming of the King. So these are really actually articles or stories. They're not, this is different than I thought it was. Very interesting selected stories. The Smoke Rings, The Good American, Is Self-Reliant, Lost in the Woods, Poor Elizabeth Jane, Lincoln and the Pig, Gold Dust, The Quest of Happiness, All Year Round. Then we have Bible stories, Christmas Eve, Daniel the Strong, When a Stranger Comes to the Fishing Village, Moses the Lawgiver, A Giant Killer of Long Ago. Very interesting. So this is like a smorgasbord of articles and stories. Love it. My grandpa gave me, I believe, 4 or 5 of these type of books, and they're all colored a little different. They all say how and why. How and why. How and why. But they're colored different, and I'll have to pull them out and find out what each of them has inside. I hope you guys had a very nice time looking at all these rare and vintage triggers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend and week, and I can't wait to see you again. I am sorry I was gone for a little bit longer than usual. My husband and I took a mini vacation to celebrate our 20th anniversary, as you saw on the community post, to Disney. We had such a great time. I probably ate like 5 days worth of food in a few days. I am telling you, I ate so much. We went to Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Magic Kingdom without children, so we had a very nice time celebrating together. I did miss the kids, of course, but we had a very nice time